Morning, welcome back to the channel. Hope you're liking what we're doing. We're having a lot of fun making these videos, and if you are, please like and subscribe and share. If you have any comments, please send them. You know, I love answering questions on what we're doing. I love talking about my van, as do many van owners. But today's video, we're installing two of these. So I've already installed one, and I installed, let's say, an inferior one in the back of the van, and as soon as I put it in, I regretted it. So we've waited for a break in the weather, which never come, and we just bit the bullet and we decided to do it. The weather nearly beat us in the end. We haven't quite finished the install. There's a little bit of sealing left to do, but I can show you at the end of the video what it looks like on the first one we installed. So, Maxxfan Deluxe. This probably the best ventilation fan out there, and everybody's fitting it. And for good reason. They're absolutely fantastic. Bit expensive for what they are, but if you want a reliable fan, a quiet fan, a powerful fan, that's your fan. So let's get up there, get this done. Honestly, I do know how to open a box. It just looks like I don't. I did actually think the box opened a different way, but once I found the end that was already open, I managed to take everything out all on my own. In that pack there's a few screws, bit of an instruction manual for how to set it up and use it. You also get a remote control and the fan and these two trims. We only need the external trim at this point. To be honest with you, the rest of it takes a few minutes to fit once you've got this trim fitted. Majority of work is in fitting this trim. Crafters and Sprinters both come with this round disc shape for a ventilation fan. Ours is much bigger, so we're going to cut a massive hole in the roof. But before that, we need to mark it all out. So, like any other job I do, I mark it out with masking tape. This will save the paintwork if you make a mistake. Also gives you somewhere to draw on, and it's visible then. So I found a straight edge on the front of the van where the van seals to the front panel, measured off from there so it's square to the actual body. We then marked the rest of the trim out, drilled the holes for the jigsaw, and started the cutting out process. In all honesty, I should have removed the foot off the base plate off the jigsaw, as this will leave you with just the wheel and the actual saw blade. It makes cutting out metalwork so much easier, especially in tight places. You can see there I was struggling. So with every hole you cut in your van, you've got to stick your head out of it and give a cheesy shot. So there's mine. The masking tape is no longer required, so that can all come off and be removed. Any traces of glue, get them off as well, because this is the surface we're going to seal on. Here's a little tip for you. Remember the primer that you got with your window kit? You always get way too much. So what I do is I seal the cut edges with it, just an extra layer of protection. Go over it a couple of times before you put the timbers in place, and to be honest with you, you can go over it afterwards as well.
Using the offcuts from the pressure treated roofing lats, I've built a 450 frame. This is then bonded to the inside of the ceiling, so when we put the trim on the outside, this will allow us to screw through the metal and into the wood, and it'll pinch everything nice and tight. Later on I'll have to add another frame of the exact same size to this one. I didn't realise how thick it was going to be, but it was a bit of a retrofit, didn't take too long and problem was solved. But for the back one it won't be an issue, I'll be getting a 2-inch frame. When I was considering what fans I was going to put in, I thought I could get away with just using one Maxxfan fan and a slightly smaller fan at the back just to help circulate the air. But in all honesty, once this fan was running, it was noisy, it was right above where we're going to sleep, so we decided it wasn't going to stay. But it's got such a good fix, you wouldn't believe. You saw me there applying loads of pressure. I wasn't too bothered if I broke it, but this is me taking the fan out. So this is where we're going to install the back one, the back Maxxfan, and the hard work is getting it out without damaging the van or the fan, to be honest, because although I said I didn't want to damage it, I don't like wasting money either. There you can see how I build up my levels of protection. Basically I've got a 19mm mastic strip in there, that's the white stuff, and inside I've put Sikaflex as well, so if anything did manage to get past the outside row of Sikaflex, it wouldn't be able to get any further. The beauty of using mastic tape is it never goes off. You can see there it's very pliable, malleable, and this is its best asset, to be honest, because once you've got that in between your outer casing and your roof panel, as your vehicle moves, it's constantly sealing any holes that may appear. As long as you've got it screwed down correctly and plenty of pressure on the screws, you should never get a leak. But I always put, like I say, Sikaflex around the outside, and I put it on the inside where I can. So easily removed with a chisel. This will get majority of the Sikaflex off. But to be honest with you, we're cutting quite a considerable amount of this panel away as well, because that fan was so small. Once the old metalwork was out, it was time to start sealing it up. So with the mastic tape, just follow your line that you've put down, but these areas where we have the raises, we need to build these up to a level that's equal all the way around. So it's just a matter of persevering, just keep at it, stick a bit down, add another bit on the top. You don't need to throw any of it away either. You can roll it up, stick it behind it, stick where you think there's maybe a gap gonna appear, or where you haven't got enough coverage. But it just takes a little bit of patience, to be honest, and when you've got sausage fingers like me, you need a lot of patience too. don't waste too much time on this trying to make it look pretty. It's all going to get squashed together and amalgamated, and to be honest with you, you'll trim back whatever sticks out, you know, the ugly bits that are sticking out here and there, before you seal it up with the Sikaflex. So just get on with it, get it built up, get a good amount of this stuff on, and you'll benefit from it. When applying the mastic tape, once it's touched another piece of mastic tape, don't waste your time trying to separate them. It sticks really well to mastic tape. So you'd just be wasting your time, and to be quite honest with you, it won't have a detrimental effect on what you're doing. Just work it in, pat it down, and just carry on. Don't waste any time. This stuff is very unforgiving. As I said before, it doesn't have to be pretty, and this would definitely not win any beauty contests. But when you see it all compressed down later, you'll understand why it doesn't need to be pretty. Like I say, any off cuts, just stick them in the corners, anywhere where you think it could potentially leak. You know, there's no need to waste any of this material. I'm sticking some here around the inside of the hole, just to stop any squeaks really, any leaks that could potentially get into the gap there. Also putting a piece along the leading edge, an additional piece, and that's to seal the mastic strip to the roof behind it. Previously I'd used Sikaflex, but I think the mastic tape's just as good. Final piece going in. We were up against it here. The weather had changed and it was going to start raining, so I needed to get this sealed up as quickly as possible. So I had to make a decision, and I haven't installed the wooden frame on the underside yet. That can go in at any time, as long as we get a good seal between the top and the roof panel, we'll be alright. As you can see there, the mastic tape squishes out. I can come back later on, trim this up and Sikaflex it. I just need the seal in place. With the last of the screws in, the external trim, it was time to fit the body. So the body is held in by 4 screws, and that's it. These little holes here, where you pop the screws in. But little tip, unscrew the fan manually, raising the lid away from the body. This will allow you extra room to put the screws in at the front, because it is quite tight. When locating the screws in these holes, you're going to have to put them in at an angle, because you need to apply quite a bit of pressure so the body seals against the roof trim. In that slot there's a little black rubber trim, but by putting the screws in at an angle, it pulls the body down and makes a good seal. As you get the screws in a little bit, they will start to level out, but this is the only way to do it. So while you're screwing them in, apply a little bit of pressure to the actual body, but not too much. See there, it flexes quite a bit. So as you can see, if I hadn't unscrewed that body away from the lid away from the body, sorry, it would have been very difficult to get that screw in. And there you go, it's leveled up now, so that's pulling against the rubber seal. the screws are quite difficult to put in, and sometimes you'll be thinking, I'm not doing this right, but they have to go in at quite an acute angle, and then once it bites, you can see there a couple of turns and it levels out, and then it will tighten significantly, and all the while it's pulling that body down onto the rubber seal. Pressure's off now. I've got the hole filled, so there's no chance of any rain hitting it, but it was touch and go. Within half an hour of completing this work, it was like a monsoon. So there is a seal there, as you can see. It's squashed out nice and evenly around the body. I will trim that later, but look at these clouds. You know, it's closing in pretty quick. The wind had picked up, it got really cold, and I was just glad to have that hole filled.
As you can see, we've had quite a bit of rain since I installed the rear Maxxfan. I haven't had time yet to, there's Jean in the window giving us a wave. I haven't had time yet to finish sealing it up. This is what it looks like. Hopefully today I'll get round to using the Sikaflex to seal the rest of it up. So basically I give it another layer of protection and go around the entire fan base with Sikaflex and just make it a final seal. Still got a job left to do on them screws. They need caps put over the top of them and just protect them from the elements. But yeah, I'm happy with this front one, and hopefully I'll be able to finish that one off. I started it 4 days ago and we just haven't had an opportunity because of the weather, which is a lot nicer today, to finish it. How quiet is that fan? Absolutely brilliant. Fantastic. Do you like that? Fantastic. So now the fan's installed, how about a little review? Open. So the fan's currently running at 30%. So we'll knock it down. Lower setting, 10%. So you're lying in your bed at night, we could have this fan on, just taking air out. We could have that fan off but open, just allowing air to circulate. That's all planned really. But if we need to, we could have both fans running. So let's take it up to 50%. A little increase in noise, but not too bad, is it? Let's take it up to 100%. There we go, 100%, and away we go. Can live with that. So you can actually close the hood and still have it running. It reduces the airflow a little bit, but the way it's designed, if it's really wet outside, you can close the top and no rain gets in. It will just draw cool air all the time. Well, not cool air, but the air that's outside. So if it's hot outside, you might get a little bit of hot air in here, but it should cool the inside of your van. Let's turn it off. I love these fans. They are absolutely brilliant. And I know I keep saying it, they're fantastic. If you've enjoyed today's video, please like and subscribe. It means a lot to us. Gives us that little bit of inspiration to carry on making these videos. And to be honest with you, I'd probably carry on making them anyway, but it does help. Thanks a lot. See you next time.